Bus drivers on the front lines of the coronavirus pandemic. In many cases, they're making sure that other essential employees like grocery store workers can get to work. The I-Team's Bianca Bono joins us live from Tempe. And Bianca, some bus drivers are saying that they're not being protected.
Please do something for us.
A desperate plea from a Valley bus driver who wants to remain anonymous. He's scared that despite the many years he's worked as a driver, he'll lose his job for speaking out.
There's doctors on our buses. There's grocery store folks. Take care of us.
Bus drivers are considered essential workers. They keep the cities moving. According to a Phoenix public transportation spokesperson, quote, operators are being provided with hand sanitizers, gloves, and masks as supplies are available. This driver says all he's received is a single pair of gloves.
Why don't we have masks? We need something to protect us. And I'm not saying that we are nurses. I'm not saying that we are doctors. We are important, and we have a right to be protected.
After being exposed to dozens of passengers per shift, he says he's sick and showing symptoms of the highly contagious virus.
You got the dry cough. You got the headache. You got a fever.
The worst case scenario he fears has already become reality in at least one case. Jason Hargrove.
To those who watching, I'm just letting you know this is real, and y'all need to take this serious.
2 weeks after posting this Facebook Live, the Detroit bus driver died from the coronavirus.
It eats at us every day.
Bob Bean, the union representative for Valley public transportation employees, says there are new protocols made in an effort to protect drivers.
I think we're making great strides. Not as fast as anybody would have really liked to see, but we've got the no fares right now. We've got the rear door entry and exit. Plexiglass barriers or sneeze guards are going up.
So far, Bean says 3 Valley drivers have tested positive for COVID-19 as of Wednesday, but drivers fear that number could still go up.
If you need me on this bus to move this city around the way you need me to move it, then treat me with some respect. I'm out here on the front lines.
And we've reached out to all 3 of the private companies who contract public transportation here in the Valley, asking them what financial security there is for drivers who are put on quarantine. So far, none of them have answered that question. On Monday, companies are going to start limiting the amount of passengers who are allowed on the bus to account for social distancing. We're live in Tempe tonight. Bianca Bono, 12 News at 10.